Ginny was not as serious as we thought in the first moment. So he's here. He's doing the first recovery, then rehab stuff, what is necessary. So we will see. We'll see it day by day. But for tomorrow night, yeah, he's not involved. Virgil is fine. Virgil is fine. We had to do different stuff for recovery, so for different people. That was the reason why he was not involved yesterday in the session. But that's all. Virgil is fine. All the rest of the squad is fine.
What's it like for you to be sitting here 3,000 miles away, just a few hours before the club faces a quarter-final? And how will you be watching the match tonight?
On television. So I really think we said everything about that. It's not exactly like we wish before that it will be, but it's exactly what the solution we found is the most practical for us. So we couldn't do it differently, and now it's a big chance for the kids to play against Aston Villa. We will see which team Aston Villa will line up, and what I love most in football, that there's always a chance. Are the boys the favorites tonight? No, for sure not. It's Aston Villa. It's a strong side, Premier League side, all that stuff. But it's a very exciting opportunity for us. And in the last couple of years, we got kicked out of different cup competition with our first team actually, and this time we tried with the younger ones. They deserved that chance as well because it was against Arsenal. It was a much changed team, but it was an exciting football game, and they showed up, and that's what we expect. We don't expect the result. We expect a performance, that the boys can do their next step. And what I think in that moment is absolutely not important. We are here. Courage is responsible there. They got all our support. They will have all our support. We think of them. We will be there in front of television and hope they can do well. These are our boys, and we hope they can do well. That's all.
Thank you. Come to the front, please.
Okay, Bilal Nassour, Telegraph. What can you say about that?
In which newspaper did you read today's game at Aston Villa is more important to which players than this tomorrow? What
for you to play with a full team today.
We played.
For them to play with a full team today against Aston Villa is more important than you win tomorrow.
Now, who said that?
I read in the Daily Mail, Mr. Lindman.
A journalist. A journalist said that. Yeah. Then. Be nice. Oh, good. No, all good. Look, it's especially with journalists, they all have their own opinion, and it's allowed to. Most of you know that, that's all I can say about that. We had to make the decision like we did it, and we knew first that we will be invited to the Club World Cup, and before we knew how far we will go in the League Cup. So that's how it is. No, for us, it's we are here. We don't fly. What is it, 3,000 kilometers or miles to really, or we don't fly that distance to don't show up. We are here now, so our life is constantly dealing with difficult situations, finding solutions, being focused on the next game, wherever it is. We don't care. We are here. We play Monterrey tomorrow night. We have all the information we could get. We will be prepared, and we will try to win the football game. We don't see ourselves as favorites or whatever. We see ourselves as a challenger. So it would be the first time for the team, for the club that can win the Club World Cup. Is it the most important cup competition in the world? I don't know. It's all, here are winners from all different competitions in the continent. So in Europe, obviously everybody thinks the Champions League is the biggest competition, and ask the guys who play in the CONCACAF. Ask other players in Asia or wherever, ask them. They have all their competitions. In Brazil, Flamengo celebrated the Copa Libertadores, pretty intense, how I saw. So we are here to represent Liverpool and Europe. That's all what we do, and we try that in the best way, like we do always. And yeah, hopefully you can see that tomorrow night.
Thank you. Go ahead, please.
Jürgen, I saw you laughed when I said that you were Liverpool's biggest cheerleader. First of all, do you...
No, I don't see myself as a cheerleader, to be honest. That's for different reasons. But my job is, of course, to help the boys as much as I can, and sometimes, especially in the intense periods, they need to be reminded that it's tough, yes, but not too tough, and we still have a few things left in our tank, I would say, to give it on a pitch. So that's what I try to do from time to time, not always. I'm much calmer than I used to be. The pitch, obviously, we spoke yesterday to our groundsman who was here, is in a really, really good condition. The training ground yesterday was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And my concern was from England. So I've never been here in this country, especially never played football here. But obviously the pitches are brilliant, so and should be not a proper concern. When we arrived on Sunday night, it was hard raining, where we would be difficult for each pitch. But our groundsman said, unbelievable, built on sand, which is good news in this case, so it sucked all the water off. That was good. So a pitch will be hopefully no concern.
Thank you. Try to swing it around a bit here, please, on the
Hello.
right.
Mr. Klopp, how are you? Ismail Ali.
Thank you. There was a question in all these things. I'm not 100% sure. It was about speed football. I like that. Full throttle. I used to use as a phrase when I was younger. So we do that with training. Actually, yeah, we train that, that's all. So look, it's not important if, what I'm not sure about, that we were the best football team in the world in the summer, last game or whatever. It's only important what we will be tomorrow night. Nobody cares really about what happened last 3 days ago, 5 days ago, 6 days ago. We need to show that we are ready, and that's the only thing we are concerned about. Thank you for all the compliments involved in your long speech, but it doesn't help really for the preparation for the game, but usually we don't listen too much to public opinions. We try to be as serious as possible in these situations, and we are more concerned before a game than really optimistic, I would say. So I'm an optimistic person, but it's not about that. I think before the game we have it already won halfway. We are ready to work hard tomorrow night. We will make sure that we find a lineup to work hard, and we respect the opponent a lot. The boys didn't see them yet. Millie had anyway some information, which I'm surprised about, to be honest, but we will make the analyze meeting hopefully when we make it back to the hotel. If it takes as long as it took us to come here, then it will be tight a little bit, but then the boys will get all the information, and then we will after that we will have a training session tomorrow morning, another one, and they are all full of work. That's the reason why we don't have a public session, because we are not here for showing up. We are here for football and try to show that then, and it will be difficult anyway. So thank you very much.
Mr.
Still
Klopp,
there, please, yeah.
Pedro Martins from Sportive.
So I've actually no clue. I think it's because of because they represent South America and we Europe, then maybe that could be the reason for it. There cannot be another reason, because I believe in football, in the chance for everybody. Means games is not decided before the game. If World Cups would be decided before the tournament, then it would be constantly Brazil probably, or maybe in some years Germany or Argentina or France or whatever before the tournament. Or we have to play the game. So in the moment, I don't think about Flamengo or Al Hilal. It's just that I think about Monterrey, and we have maybe the chance tonight to watch the game to the other semi-final. Both teams are potential opponents for us. That's normal preparation, but we don't prefer one of them. So play the game and let's see what happens. I saw Monterrey against Al Sadd, and it was a good football game. It was technical-wise good. It was intense. There was really speed involved, hard tackles, all that stuff was involved. So, and that's how you have to. For that, we have to find a solution, and not think about the names and what it means for our continents. We cannot be here for that. We represent Europe, but we don't have the burden of Europe on our shoulders and have to show South America that we play better football. It's just a game, and that's what we try not to forget as well.
Thank you. Gentlemen, next to him, there's a lot of hands doing our best.
الكركيكي
And
من
then over
تونس. موسكو اليوم ليس لن يكون بيننا مدرب الأفضل في العالم كل يوم، لذلك أردت أن أستغل الفرصة لأن أسألك عن.
Do I have to push a different button or?
Yeah.
Ah, now you can start again.
أوكي. مالك رقيقي من تونس. مرحبا بك ساعة في بلد عربي. لن يكون بيننا كل يوم أفضل مدرب في العالم، لذلك أردت أن أستغل الفرصة أن أسألك عن رأيك في أداء الفرق العربية المشاركة في هذه الدورة، خصوصا الترجي الرياضي التونسي والسد القطري والهلال السوداني، الهلال السعودي سامحني، وخصوصا الترجي الرياضي التونسي. كيفاش تشوف المستوى نتاع الفرق هذوما مقارنة بمستوى الفرق العالمية؟
Too easy for us to watch too much Arabic football in Europe. So, but I saw from outside was really good. We have with Xavi, one of the best football players in the world, with a 100% a big career in front of him as a coach. So you could see that in the game as well. There were really good footballers involved. I think they were ready. It was a tight game, and it was really close that Al Sadd would have gone through. Al Hilal I didn't see so far since we are here. I didn't see Flamengo yet. We had no time for doing that, so that's all. But the respect that we have a very famous Arabic player in our team with Mo Salah. I worked together with Mohamed Zidane when I was younger. had played together with Abderrahim Wakili from Morocco. That's my experience with these players. All technical, excellent, absolutely excellent, and pretty quick, most of them. So just that's how it is. We have made Mahrez, one of the best players from this part of the world in the Premier League, sensational players. So really a lot of good players. That's all. A lot of respect for them, but we cannot really compare the football because we don't see it really. We have to play our own games. That's one thing, and then the broadcasting is about, for me, other English football or German football. That's pretty much everything what I can follow, but the respect couldn't be bigger.
Thank you. Over to Martin Samuel and then Ollie Foster.
Jürgen.
I don't know about respect in England. By the way, he's from the newspaper you read. He's just another guy. Just to introduce you to each other. So obviously, Mr. Ladyman thinks differently about it. Yeah, that's all good, all good. But you're still here, so if you're not on holiday, then that's for different reasons. So, look, we are here now, and we are completely focused on that. If you would ask me beforehand if I think that there should be a Club World Cup in the middle of our season, I would say no. That's my honest opinion. But we speak about it constantly, about this kind of fixtures. The importance is easy. We are here, so it's the most important competition in the world for us in this moment, because here we are, now we try to do that. But it's all about planning. Can it be an even bigger tournament in the future? I don't know, as long as the leagues are really end and start in different moments, and we try to push it in between in between league competitions. That's just a problem. So we do. There's, I think the FIFA plans a Team World Cup in a summer, but it's in a summer where the African Cup is as well, and where other competitions are as well. That doesn't work out. They all have to sit together on a table and have to make sure that we have great competitions, but not in the same time. That's all. So obviously, a lot of people are interested. I like now being here because we want to show up here. We have a lot of fans in this part of the world, so they usually have to come to us or follow us at nighttime if they want to watch our games. So that's nice that we come closer from time to time. But from the organization point of view, everybody needs to think about it. The FIFA cannot plan a tournament in the summer, and the UEFA says, okay, we play as one as well. So in the same moment, and then the South American Confederation says, yeah, sorry, but our tournament is more important. So it's not too easy. We all find a common language, sit together, talk about it, and then we have time for a tournament, which is nice. And maybe people want to see it, I don't know, but you cannot have then another tournament. You cannot just add on tournaments. That doesn't work. And I think I said that often enough, and the FIFA probably doesn't like that I say it, sorry. But you asked me about my opinion, and at least in football, my opinion makes sometimes kind of sense, because I think the whole day about football, so that's how it is.
Jürgen. Thank you. Ollie Foster at the front, please.
Sorry, Jürgen. Hello?
What?
Carry on, please.
Yeah. Jürgen.
So, no, I said I have an opinion about football, and I speak about it. I have an opinion about that as well, but this is a really serious thing to talk about, and I really think these answers should be given by people who who know more about it and who know more about our influence. So if I can be, and I think I have to be kind of influential in football, but in politics, other people have to be influential. Whatever I could say today about that wouldn't help the situation. We would just create another headline, positive or negative, who cares? So in another headline, that's not how it should work. I like you asking the question. I'm sorry, but I think I'm the wrong person to answer it. Like all the other athletes are the wrong persons to answer it. Because there's a tournament organized somewhere. We are here, we arrived here, we were very welcome. Everything is fine. Everything is organized like it should be. That's our situation here. Organizing the competition wherever it is in the world, the FIFA did that. So they have other people who organize it have to think about these kind of things, and athletes shouldn't, because we are there. We represent Europe. We represent Liverpool first and foremost. That's what we do. We are invited, qualified, so we go there. I mean, sportsmen have to make the decision about if they are part of a competition, wherever it is in the world. That's not right. These decisions have to be made beforehand. So in a moment for us, everything is fine. My personal opinion, of course, about all these things, about homosexuality and all that, I have an opinion about it, and of course I think we should all be treated equally, that's clear, but it's easy from another point to talk about these things than being here and seeing the things and judging them then, and we don't have the time for that. We are only here for training, a couple of days, playing, and then that. So that's it.
Is there a message for those fans who don't feel that they could travel to follow you?
I don't think they can make the decision now, probably, but from my point of view, that's the kind of question I don't like too much. You are here as well. You could tell the people as well your experience. My opinion is not more important than yours. I don't think anybody has to be concerned to come here. If you do the normal stuff, like we always do, you come in a specific country, you can do some things and some not. We have to respect the rules of different countries. I have to respect the rules of England when I live there. If it's only a cultural thing, that's how it is. So from my point of view, 100%, from your point of view, probably as well, so we can give that message. Or do you think we should be concerned?
No, I just asked you.
Yeah. That's my answer. Yeah. That's my honest answer. So you can come here. Of course you can come here. The weather's not as good as we expected, to be honest.
Okay, thank you. This one there.
Thank you.
Yeah, one more question.
Fernando Schwartz from Fox Sports Mexico. Jürgen, I can do it in English, don't worry.
No, good.
What do you tell that you go to analyze with your technical staff Monterrey, but in your knowledge, what do you think about Monterrey? What do you know about Monterrey and in general of Mexican football? Because our league, you cannot see it around the world.
I can't.
I know.
You cannot see around the world. That's what you say. Yeah, that's true. So I visited your country in the summer. I was first time in Mexico. It was brilliant. I was in Tulum. I can recommend that place for a holiday, actually. So they're really nice. And Monterrey, it's nice to talk about football finally. We saw them, of course, so we know about the situation, about the coach came back. The situation in the league was not too good. Since then, they didn't lose a game, so they are in a pretty good moment. They have a specific way of play. They change system, and they're in the lead quite often, quite frequently. And good players involved, technically good players. They're physically strong. Really, it's just interesting. It's slightly different, but how you can imagine, I don't want to talk too much about tactics and stuff like this, because that's the thing we try either way to use or other way on the other side to avoid. That we have to make tomorrow. But I was impressed by the things I saw. It's really good football. I always imagined that everybody knew about a lot of Mexican footballers, obviously played in Europe. Not only Hugo Sanchez, but maybe it started with him. And they are brilliant footballers. They're all quick, technical-wise, really good. And then this proper, I don't know what it is. But by the way, is Mexico South America, Central America, or the south of North America? You are Mexican. Look, so it's North America, but proper South. Good. So, but with influence by the South, I would say. They're pretty emotional, all that stuff, all involved. That's how it should be, and it will be really interesting. We are really full of respect for Monterrey, and looking forward anyway to the game tomorrow. You're welcome.
Thank you. I know we have a lot of disappointed people. I'm sorry, we could go on for hours, but we have to call it a day there.